Hello guys, welcome back to the course. So in this video we'll be creating our database and connecting to our front end. So the first thing we need to do is to go to our XAMPP control panel. We'll to start Apache server and MySql database, first two. So when they are fully started, we come to our tab here and we say local host / php myadmin. So this takes us to our php myadmin dashboard. And next thing we'll be doing is click on new. So all these you can see here are all lists of databases of projects I've worked on in the past. So we click on new and then we give our database a name. So we can name it to do app. Now we click on create. Now we've created our database name. Now following what we have here, we'll create these items, column for these items. So what we'll be having here is the to-do item. So the first thing we're going to be having is to have an ID, is to give it a table a name. Let's say to-do list, and it's going to have two columns. It's going to be the ID and we're having three columns: the ID, the item, and the status. So we'll say three columns and then create. Now the first thing we're going to have is the ID, which is an integer, and then we click on AI. AI stands for auto increment, which means that the IDs will be incrementing automatically. You don't have to add them manually. So we'll say to do underscore name. That's the name of the to do item. We'll be picking a varchar. So varchar is variable character. It can be text, it can be numbers. We'll put text, the value, the length. We use 200 for this. So we can now say status. We can do the same. We can say 10 for this. And so we are done for now. We can add other items later as we choose. So what we can do now, we click on save. Now we click on browse. We have an empty table: ID, to do name, and status. So now the next thing we'll be doing, we're going to go to our text editor, and next we'll be creating a file, and we'll call it db.php. So db.php is going to be the file where we'll be connecting our database, creating our database variables and connecting the database. So the first thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be creating a variable called, let's call this $db. So the first thing we'll do, we're going to open our PHP and close our PHP. We say this $db equals to $user equals to $password equals to. So the first thing we need to do is, let's say $server equals to, so you can see is equals to localhost close db name. So what was the name we used to save our database? The name of our database is to do app. So we're going to be saving it as to do app. So if we were to close this, username will be root, which is the default, and password will be blank. But if you have a password for your MySql database, you can use that. Now let's save while we're going. Now what we'll be doing, creating a variable called connect $con equals to the first things first, we're going to be calling out this we're going to be linking each of these items to a $con variable. So what we do next now is okay, let's save this first and let's continue. So we say $MySqli underscore connect. That's a function to connect the variables. So the first thing in our database is going to be $server, $db, $user, $password. So that's what connects them. So the first thing we did was to list the items, the variables, and then next we link them together. So how do we confirm if what we linked is correct? We'll say if $connect, if $connect is equals to true, if $connect is true, so if we actually connected, we should echo connected to database, or else, that is else, we should echo not connected to database, and we'll save. So we can test this by going to our document and then of our browser, and then we change this to db.php. Okay, I need to convert this to, I need to call localhost here, because we're not using localhost. So localhost / to do app db. So okay, he's saying uncalled MySqli, access denied for to do app localhost using password yes, db line 8. So we can check that. You can check why. Okay, $connect MySqli underscore connect $server. Okay, so just a moment while I troubleshoot to see exactly what the issue is. So what we're experiencing is the order of our database. So what we're to have here is the database name should come last. So we're going to have $db, and then we're going to save. So let's refresh. Now connected to database. Now how do you confirm if this is right or wrong? Let's make a mistake in our data, in our our database name is to do app. Let's change it to do apps with an S and save. And then let's go back and refresh. So you can see it doesn't find any database called to do apps. So that confirms that our database is connected successfully. So that will be it for this video. You can run through it again if you have any challenge. So I'll see you in the next video, where we'll be trying to modify our index file, change it to a PHP file, and after that we can give it all the parameters for accepting data into the database. So that will be all for this video. Thank you, and do have a wonderful day.